Hey there, baby boomers. Today I've got some real facts and a little slight guilt trip coming your way. So if you don't want to hear it, stop the video now. But you know you need it. So listen up. I'm Valerie 𝗕𝗍𝗶𝗹𝗶𝗋, law and estate planning attorney in New York and New Jersey, and we provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you're seeking assistance in either estate planning or probate administration services in New York or New Jersey, you can reach out to us for a free consultation at yourplanningattorney.com. That's yourplanningattorney.com. And speaking of value, we're here to educate everyone for free. So please ask your questions and share so together we can help some folks along the way. Now, over the next 20 years, your generation, the boomers, are going to transfer, so they say, 72.6 trillion in wealth. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be that high. There's a lot of people spending money on long-term care over the next 20 years, that's for sure. But still, it's probably not going to make a huge dent in that $72.6 trillion. Now, what does this mean? Whether or not you've considered yourself as a part of that big figure, you are, in fact. It doesn't really matter how much or how little you have. Any estate remaining at your passing needs to be administered, meaning there is work to be done at that time. If you're listening to this and you have parents who are in the boomer generation, think about it on their behalf, right? You will probably be in charge, and your family will be in charge of doing collecting of the assets, paying of debts, including taxes, of course, liquidation of the holdings, reporting to the court if necessary, and the beneficiaries, and then making distribution of whatever's left. However, despite the massive amounts of money moving fairly soon, next 20 years, 30 to 40% of boomers don't have any kind of estate plan. We're not even talking nothing. Plus, those that do have something have this is the dreaded word, the word they dread most, just a will, right? I always get asked that. We just need a will. No, it's not just a will. And I'm teaching that now, and we're going to make sure that's clear, okay? It's insufficient planning, though. And thinking it's accurate will create a mess later for your family. So please, please, please continue to educate yourself. A proper and complete plan must have incapacity protection for the time prior to your passing if you should ever be unable to make financial or health decisions for yourself. This is not just for the boomers. It's for the children of boomers and maybe the children's children of boomers who are 18 years old. Incapacity can be done as soon as you become an adult. Plus, is a will really enough if that is what you have? You know, according to, I think it was a survey done by Fidelity, the average net worth among baby boomers, this is kind of a crazy number, is approximately $1.6 million. Granted, this varies across the nation and so on and so forth. There's a lot of variation, but they say the average net worth is 1.6. Even at just a third of that, like 500, $500,000, a trust should become at least a consideration in your education to make the right choice for your family when it comes to your estate plan. So even though they're saying the average for boomers is 1.6 million, I'm saying that at least at even $500,000, you should start to consider this as an option and understand it within the means of your family, your finances, and different nuances within that. Not every family is the same. Let me give you an example. If a child this has actually come up recently quite a few times. A child of the planning, family is being disinherited, right? Well, on most occasions, once described to these parents that the headache that would be left behind for their other family members when a will or no plan at all ends up going through the court, and you can't even get the first step going in the court without the approval of this person who's been excluded and obviously maybe disengaged with the family, it can create such nonsense, I guess, going forward and just following through with their wishes. So many folks in that arena, even if they were like sort of on the cusp of, is a will plan okay? Is a trust plan better? And trying to figure that out, because we do provide all options. They go the trust route to avoid that headache for the family, right? And you don't know this until you kind of go through all these details and determine the specific circumstances of the family and the finances, etc. So for those of you boomers without a plan, or you were somehow able to sneak through in obtaining just a will, right? I want you to consider this, right? Death is inevitable, yes. It stinks to think about, I know. But sticking your head in the sand without the right plan makes it 100 times harder for your family, who are suffering way more than you at that time. So please, I'm begging you, just get it done. At least find out more so you know how to go about this and then get it done. All right? Again, Valerie 𝗕𝗍𝗶𝗹𝗶𝗶, estate law and estate planning attorney in New York and New Jersey. We provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. And you can reach us for a free consultation for estate planning or probate administration at yourplanningattorney.com. We hope you've learned something new here today. Please don't forget to share and take care.